Hi everybody, I'm Charles Ruggiero and I'm here today at Guitar Center to talk to you about Yamaha's new EAD, the Electronic Acoustic Drum Module. So this is a two-piece module. The first piece is the drum trigger that goes onto the bass drum. It affixes to the bass drum with a microphone in it. And then it also has a brain unit, which houses a reverb unit, an effects unit, and it controls the trigger as well. So this unit is amazing. It's got several different applications. It's got a practice application, it's got a real live performance application, and it's also got, incredibly, the ability to record yourself with video from your phone and upload direct to any social media site from there, where you can also mix yourself and the track that you're using. And we're going to show you all that stuff today. It's got a master control for your total overall volume. So whether you're using an outboard sound source or whether you're using the onboard click track, there's a separate volume knob for just that. We also have this big scene button here, which will take you through each of the 50 presets. There's also another additional 200 empty presets that you can customize yourself. You can also record directly into this thing or into a USB stick that goes into the back. So there's another button too here, the microphone button, which allows you to balance between the microphone and the trigger itself. It also has, which is very cool, auto calibration button, so you can calibrate it so that it naturally will blend the kit together. And on the back of the unit too, we have two stereo outputs, there's additional trigger inputs, USB in and out, and an auxiliary in for any outboard music that you want to import either via your phone or your computer or whatever. So here's the unit just as it is, just the microphone itself. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of effect. We're going to add a compressor effect. Perfect. Now what we're going to do is we'll add in the trigger. We're going to beef up the bass drum a little bit. And the cool thing about this unit is that it's got over 700 preset sounds in it that you can choose from. We're going to just use the standard rock bass drum. So now we're going to add a little reverb to that. So now we've got reverb, effect, and the trigger all going pretty good. So now let's just run through some of the presets. This one's called It's 1985. This one's called the BPM Shuffle. This one is called Noise. Now, say I wanted to edit that, dial it back, add some juice up some of the reverb or take down some of the effect. That's really easy with these three key buttons right here. I can pull the trigger up. I want a little bit more of that trigger in the bass drum, let's say, to make it really, really, really pop. I can pull the trigger up so that I can do more stuff on the bass drum, so I don't have to like lay into it so hard, because the trigger is actually touch sensitive, velocity sensitive. So if I am going to be doing something with a lot quicker bass drums, I can dial the trigger up so that it's more sensitive. I'll do the same thing and put some more effect in the rest of the mic. Actually, that trigger's a little bit hot. It's a little too much. So I'm going to pull it down. Beauty thing is once I get it set to the right thing, I can actually store it as is. I can edit the pre-existing scenes. I can do that, or I can create one from the ground up. This is with the noise, with the trigger backed off a little bit. So I just want to talk a little bit too about some things that you can add on into the back of this. There's a dedicated snare drum trigger built into the back of this, so you can have a kick and snare both triggered simultaneously. And then also there's another 2 inputs that you can use any 3-zone pad, and you can do 2 of that. So you can have another 6 additional sounds plugged into this thing in addition to kick and snare. And this super cool thing goes on just real easy. A couple turns of this knob right here and we're ready to rock. One of the best things about this unit is the ability to record. And this unit actually lets you record in a whole myriad of ways. You can record into the actual module itself. You can run it right to your laptop computer and record that way, like into GarageBand or something. What you can do actually too with a USB stick is plug it directly in, and if you have music on that USB stick, you can play along to it and record yourself back onto the same USB stick. So for sure, one of the very coolest things about the EAD is that there's an iOS app that you can get that's compatible with iTunes and Dropbox, meaning if your bass player or your guitar player has a riff that they want to send you so you can try out a drum part, they can send it to you. You can go into your Dropbox, you can play along to it, send it right back to them and agree or disagree or whatever. It also works with iTunes, so that any music that you have on your iTunes or again in your Dropbox, you can go ahead and video record yourself with the high quality audio that's coming from the unit, balance those 2 things out, balance the stereo track and your stereo track, edit it on the fly, and upload it directly to social media or wherever you feel fit. So let me show you how it works when we're bringing in a tune just from iTunes that I can practice along to. So here again, you see iTunes Music, your local songs, which is like Dropbox. You can even go no music and record yourself playing a drum solo, and you can video that too and sync that up. But for now, we'll go into iTunes. We're gonna pick one of my tunes. This is Coming Home Baby.
I'm coming home, baby, now. I'm coming home now, right away. I'm coming home, baby, now. I'm sorry now I ever went away. Every night and day I'm gonna stay. I'm coming home, baby, now.
Now we're gonna do some video. So when I touch this button here to start recording, it gives me the option to have a front-facing or back-facing camera. It also has a timer thing, so even if you're by yourself, you can set it and get behind the kit afterwards and start going. And that way you have your high-quality audio and your high-quality video synced up.
I'm coming home, baby, now. I'm coming home now, right away. I'm coming home, baby, now. I'm sorry now I ever went away. Every night and day I'm gonna stay.
So in closing, I would just like to say about the Yamaha EAD that it really will work with any drum kit. It's not specific to Yamaha, even though we'd like it to be. But this is a great tool. It makes practicing fun. It makes creating with your friends fun. It makes it really easy to video yourself with great audio and share it on the internet. And it's an incredible thing. We hope that you check it out. You can do so at Guitar Center or at guitarcenter.com. I want to say thanks to everybody involved, and we're going to play out a little bit on one of the patches called Wow Wow.